Boom. Got it. Got it.
Oh, now there's two of them.
There you go.
There
I just had to disconnect from the other one because it was
Going a little crazy.
echoing. No, but it was a lot of fun. We really barely talked about the whole thing. Saturday when he came to the seminar, obviously you saw him when he dropped off the card. But Saturday when he came to the seminar, we were up here, didn't even talk about it at all. Really, the whole car ride up, the whole car ride back down to Webster, didn't talk about it. And then as he was getting out of the car, he's like, "Hey man, I'll see you later on tonight." And I was like, "Hey man, how do you want to work this thing tonight?" And he's like, you attack me, I'll attack you. We'll just do it like a regular, like match-like training session, but just kind of flow a little bit through it. He's like, and then I said, "Yeah, sounds good to me." And then we got ready for the fight. We were at the fights and we were standing beside each other most of the night or a lot of the night. And he's like, "Hey man, if you are able to get to something and you can attack, do it. Like, don't try to not attack." He's like, "If you tap me, you tap me." He's like, "I really don't care." I was like, "Yeah, me either." He's like, "Let's go out there and just have a good time and put on a good show." So that's what we try to do. And by about the 7-minute mark, I'm sure everybody could see it, by about the 7-minute mark, I was like exhausted because I was on top most of the time trying to defend. Hey, Zach. And so by about the 7-minute mark, I was pretty tired and not to the point where I couldn't move anymore, but I was like, man, if I'm going to sustain on top 3 more minutes, I'm going to have to start really pacing myself. And luckily, I forget what happened, but we ended up resetting a little bit or something. And I sat down and he stood up. So at that point I was like, all right, cool. I can at least sustain down here for a little bit longer. And so we rolled for another probably 2 minutes or so, 2.5 minutes. So there's about 30 seconds left. And as soon as there were 30 seconds left, I knew he was going to pick up the pace, and he did. And I was so exhausted by that point, 9.5 minutes into the thing. All I was doing was defending at that point. And he got to my back, and I thought I could defend it a little bit with 10 seconds left. And as soon as he pulled me to the other side, like that is the exact position that we were working on last week. The choke was already set. And so all I was trying to do is defend it a little bit and count down from 10 seconds. And I'm like, man, I think I can hold out just a little bit longer. And then just got to the point where I was like, nah, I don't feel like going to sleep tonight right now. I still need to drive home, then go to sleep. So I tapped, and I think there were a couple seconds left, but it ended up working out like perfect. I don't think it could have gone better than what it did. We ended up raising $10,000. So that was a really cool thing that we did as well. Yeah. I mean, they're still counting too. And a lot of those donations, some of them, is she surfing back there? Some of those donations were reoccurring donations as well. So it really hopefully started a process. One thing that the We Defy Foundation couldn't do this year, or hasn't been able to do so far this year because of COVID, was have a fundraising gala. So usually that's a big money maker. It had been last year for them with 2 galas that they did. So no problem, Zach. Go ahead and warm up. And so we were able to use this as a fundraiser for them, like a gala. So it ended up, whereas we had been raising like $40,000 or $50,000 through those things, we were able to at least raise 10 and get the process starting, to try to not lose a little bit of the fundraising relevance that had been happening over historically that we had been building to. So we had been building like this fundraising for the We Defy, and then with COVID, it's like barely any. So this was one good way to kind of jumpstart that fundraising effort and kind of get the We Defy Foundation back out there a little bit. So appreciate all of you guys' support. I'll put my gi on real quick. I'll pin this video, and we're going to skip the warm up just because I talked a lot, and then we will go from there. Got Professor Joe back with us today. So he had drill this weekend. It was good to see him back. Let me get my top on real quick, and then we'll get going. So, guys, one of the things that we're going to work on this week is defending that clinch, okay? Kelly, I have something for you, so don't leave yet, okay? Okay. So one thing that we've worked on the last 2 weeks, 2 weeks ago, Professor Joe taught what? The arm drag. Boom, to the back, right? this week or last week I taught to the back, right? So 2 times we worked to the back, and even coming across, going to the clinch position recently, the inside trip, getting to the single leg. So we've worked a lot of stuff from the clinch recently. So today what we're going to work on, switching sides. Today what we're going to work on is when they get to that clinch position. So we're here, judo grips, Professor Joe pummels his arm underneath, gets to that good clinch position, ear to my chest, okay? So we're going to start learning to defend from here and also when we get to here. Now, if you look what happened when Professor Joe went from my front clinch and he went and ended up getting to the back clinch, what happened? That arm came over his head. So this arm is going to play a real important role later on, okay? But what we're going to work on first is from this position, okay? So when Professor Joe's got his head underneath my chin, his arms controlled around my waist, 2 things that he's going to try to do first. 1, pull my hips to his hips, and 2, push with his head to control my posture, okay? So as soon as Professor Joe gets his arms here, the first thing that needs to happen is my hands go to his waist because I need to continue separation between my hips and his hips, and I push my body back. Now, on this back side, my hand is going to grab a hold of his belt. If they don't have a belt, I could grab a hold of their pants, okay, anything there. So say we're working self-defense and somebody grabs a hold of us, they're probably going to be wearing something on their bottom half, so I can grab a hold of that. But right now, if you just want to pretend or use their belt, that's fine too. Okay, so my back hand, the one side that my head's on, is going to grab their belt. My front hand, the one that's in front of their face, take a guess where this thing is going to grab. Right here on his elbow, okay? So from this position, what I'm going to do, I'm pushing my hips back to keep him from being able to bring my hips to his hips. From here, I'm going to step, turn, and then pull for my throat, okay? I'm trying to catch him above his leg, okay? So as he gets the clinch, my back hand grabs his belt, my front hand grabs the elbow, I push into him a little bit, turn, and look, I'm going to hook this leg. From this position, I've got to lean forward so that way I can trip and throw Professor Joe to the ground, okay? Now, if you're having trouble with that leg over the top here with your foot off the ground, just think about this. Putting the foot down, now I'm going to turn. Okay, so it's a little bit different there. So it's kind of like a skateboard and a hip toss at the same time. If I'm in this position and my leg's here and I can't really turn, I push my foot down. Now I turn to drive them over my leg. Okay? You guys understand? So basically I'm grabbing the belt on this side if I'm by myself. He gets to the clinch. My hands go to the hips and I move my hips away. My top hand grabs the belt. My front hand grabs his elbow. Step, hook, shuffle my feet. When I step, so clinch, separate my hips, belt, elbow. When I step, if I get here and I can't move in with my foot, I step forward. Then if I need to bring my foot forward more, now I turn with my hips, so it turns it into a hip toss, okay? So you got 2 things that we're working on. Go ahead, guys, if you want to practice. Again, Professor Joe gets to the clinch, hips away first. Belt, sleeve, step, throw, okay? Or my second version, Professor Joe gets to the clinch, hips, belt, elbow, step. I can't pull, so I go forward, put my foot on the ground. If I need to bring my foot back, I can. But now I'm going to turn and look over my opposite shoulder. Okay? Yep. All right, guys, let's work on this real quick.
Remember, if we don't have a belt to hold on to, you can grab the pants right at the top. And if you don't have a partner, make sure that you're looking over that opposite shoulder to finish. Right hand on the belt, Sinclair. There you go. Left hand on the elbow. Now let's shuffle those feet in and step all the way across, just like a hip toss. It'll be your right leg. That's right.
Now turn around and face us.
Turn your face toward the camera, Sinclair.
Yep, turn your face, your chest, your hips, everything towards us. Stick your leg over there. You got it. Thanks,
That's right.
Maxwell. Yep, you're helping.
That's the right way, Maxwell.
There you go, Sinclair.
Good.
Keep a hold of that elbow a little bit. All right, Zara, let's do this. Come on.
Grab mom hip tosser.
Judo grip, Zara.
Come on.
Come on, Zara, judo grips. Let's go.
Zara, are you going to hang out up here?
There you go, Maxwell. Turn your right foot. Start turning away. No, the other way. Go the other way. Bring your head on this side, Maxwell. The other side. Yeah. There you go. No, the other way, Maxwell. Bring your head towards her elbow that you're holding, not towards the belt. Yes.
Yes.
Now your left foot goes across. Left foot goes across. Yep. Now lean forward and swing that leg. Yeah, there you go. Great job. Just be careful with her on the way down. Don't smash your sister.
You're bigger.
She's liable to kick your butt.
We can't see you, Zach, but hopefully you're getting this down okay.
So Sinclair, push your hips away to try to clear Maxwell's grip.
All right, now the right hand grabs the belt, Sinclair.
Yep, left leg, right leg across. There you go.
Look over your shoulder.
Nice, Sinclair. Sinclair, if you get above that knee, you won't fall into his guard that way.
So the leg that you're stepping across his waist with, you got to try and make your leg go above Maxwell's knee. All right, Gavin. That dummy gets himself a clinch. Grab the belt. Nice hip toss right to knee on belly. Ooh, and an armbar finish. Very well done. So don't forget, Gavin, kind of the unique thing about this hip toss is it's reacting to them having the clinch. So your right hand right now, you have it under your dummy's arm like an underhook. It'll actually be over its shoulder because the dummy would still be holding your waist, right? Yeah, there you go. So we're going to step across. That's right. Makes it a little bit different with where their arm ends up. Yeah, but you can still finish the exact same way. Great job, buddy. All right, Sinclair, let's get that leg higher than Maxwell's knee now. There you go. Little higher. Still just a little bit low. That's why he's got his legs in front of you when he falls.
So, Sinclair, try to do it more like a skateboard then, like the second one. Put your foot to the ground and then turn around and pull him over your hip. Okay? That one might be a little bit better version for you. Think about a skateboard takedown. Yeah, push the hips away. Grab the elbow. So, Sinclair.
Nice, Gavin.
When you go,
good throw.
Take 2 steps. Step forward to his foot with your left foot. Sinclair, face him real quick. Face him. Face him, Sinclair. Wait. Take a step forward with your left foot. So you're going to do this. You're right where you're at, Sinclair. See how he's bent over at the waist? Oh, let me back my feet up. So see how he's bent over at the waist? Look, see how your front leg is back? The one that's my hand is holding his elbow? I want you to step and step. See how I walked into him? So look, step, step. I want you to step behind him, then look over your shoulder. Okay? So walk into him, left foot, then right foot, left foot, step behind him with, no, step on the outside, right, just like your mom's telling you, step on the outside with your left.
There you go.
Then step behind him with your right. Yes, now look towards me. Yeah, see what happened? Watch out for the couch.
Right into
you all right, Sinclair?
Release knee on belly.
You okay, sweetie? I hope you're okay. All right, yeah, see how that worked? It like literally you went right down to the takedown. Scoot to your right a little bit, Sinclair.
You too, Maxwell. Scoot over a little bit. There you go. Good.
Hey, look, it's another part-time Air Force guy.
All right.
Hey, what's up?
This must be his weekend to train.
I have the day off.
It is.
All right, guys, we're going to work on our second technique, okay? So our second technique, we're working straight from the ground, okay? So,
from this position. If you remember last week, we've got our grips. Professor Joe stands up. Boom, we open our guard on our terms. My feet go to his hips. This time, I'm doing the same thing. I'm going to grab a hold of his ankle like I'm trying to do that tripod sweep, just like we did last week. Except this time, Professor Joe is going to step back with this leg right off the bat. So look, it's harder to get to. Okay, I don't have any leverage to try to sweep him. So now I'm going to take this leg. I'm going to put my foot on the ground. I'm going to scoop my hip in, and then I'm going to bring my foot around his leg. Okay, so walk back. Let me get this angle for you. Okay, so look, my feet were on the hips, just like we did last week. I grab his ankle. I go to tripod sweep him. He steps back. So look, that tripod sweep is no longer there. I put my foot on the ground, and I scoop my hip underneath him. Look, see how my leg can clear him with my foot on the ground? Behind my leg. If my leg can't do that, then I need to scoot in further. I should be able to have my foot on the ground and swing my knee back and forth behind his leg. See, just like this. If I have the ability to do that, then I can bring my foot and put it right by his belt. Okay? That's all I want you guys to do today. That's all we're going to work on. You're going to have 2 feet on the hips, 2 hands on the sleeve. One hand's going to reach down and grab his ankle. When you get ready to step through, that foot goes back, so it's no longer there. Okay? So your foot goes on the ground. You scoot under, and again, you want to be able to swing your knee. As soon as you can swing your knee, your foot's going to come out right on the hip. Look, my toes are pointed to the outside. Later on, I'm going to bring my other foot behind, turn Professor Joe, and I'll be able to sit right up on top of him. I'll do that and stand up like we're supposed to, stand up properly, and now I'm right on top. Okay? So if I'm doing this by myself, okay, feet on the hips, again, swing for that grip. I would hip escape and look for that tripod sweep. If it's not there, my foot goes to the ground. I scoot in a little bit. That way I can swing my knee. Now my foot would come around, boom, up to the hip. If I wanted to do the sweep, my other foot would come underneath, like my legs are X on his leg. Single leg X. Now I push. I would sit up to my side and think about that technical stand up to get back on top. Okay? So Professor Joe and I will work with you. Think about continuing of the motion from last week, moving forward. Instead of the tripod, now we put our foot back down between them, scoot our hip in, and our leg comes around the near side leg to us. It's called single leg X. So Maxwell, put your foot on the ground between your sister's legs. Scoot your hip all the way in there. Keep scooting, scoot, 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 keep scooting. Now, Maxwell, put your left foot up on Sinclair's hip.
Gavin, it's going to be your right leg. Your
There
right
you go.
leg goes behind Mom's to the outside by the dresser.
Now pinch your knees together and just fall. Yeah, there you go. Now
And
you
then
would
put
technical
your
stand up.
right
Great job,
foot
Maxwell.
on Mom's other hip.
Susan, you need to get to become an instructor. Stop messing around and train jiu-jitsu. I don't want to hear anything about this. It hurts my neck. It's baloney. Your back, your neck. Yeah, it hurts my neck and my back too. It's
You know,
called
both of the guys teaching this
it's
class
called
have
your-
prosthetic discs in their neck.
It's called you're old is what it is. You're no spring chicken. Let's go. Gavin, I cannot see what's going on
I
there.
think you're trying to do it on the wrong side.
I think
Gavin.
I think you're on the outside.
So if your right hand is grabbing Mom's ankle, then it's got to be your right leg.
Yeah.
That goes in the middle, outside, and around.
So if you just think about
Watch
just
one
think
more
about-
time, buddy.
if you just think about this position right here, Gavin, whatever hand grabs on their ankle, even if nothing else is doing anything, this is where I'm trying to get to. Okay? So whatever hand, if both feet are on his hips, whatever hand grabs the ankle, my foot comes in between and I scoop, just so I can swing my leg behind. Now that's the same leg that comes on the hip. Okay? I'm not doing anything with this posture right now. All I'm talking about for this specific moment is my outside leg. This is what it does. Okay? My feet are on the hips. I put my foot on the ground, scoot, so that way my leg can freely swing behind Professor Joe's leg. If my
my leg can freely swing behind it, I can circle my leg out to his hip. My toes stay to the outside. Okay? To complete the sweep, I'm going to cross my other foot behind his legs, point his knee out, and be able to sit up. Okay? My knees have to be together. Maxwell, that's what I was trying to tell you. Pinch those knees, and if you point her knee out, she's going to fall down to that hip. Then to get up, it's just a regular stand and base, technical stand up. There you go.
Let's try a few more times, guys.
Yeah, so even if you just want to practice that leg circle, put your foot on the ground, sweep your hip underneath.
There you go.
And then you're Gavin. So one thing that's hindering you there, Gavin, is your head's to the right. If your head's to the right, your leg's not going to have the angle to get all the way around. So you really want to kind of be squared on your mom, like in between her legs. Okay, so if her legs are like this, when you scoot in, you're still scooting in. You're going to be looking straight up to her. Yeah,
now
nice,
squeeze
Maxwell.
your knees together. Good. Now it's just a regular technical stand-up.
Get that leg up there, Gavin, up on her hip. So don't worry necessarily about your left leg right now, Gavin. Gavin, don't necessarily worry about your left leg right now. Just put it on the ground. And your left hand too. You can't grab both of her ankles.
Only one
like,
ankle.
Smitha, if you step back a little bit, it'll probably help him a little bit with your right leg. All right, so do this. Smitha, you stand like this, okay? What Gavin's going to do is on that side, he's just going to put his feet in between your legs, okay? So he'll scoot in a little bit, and then that outside leg is going to circle up over the top. If I do it with my opposite legs, my legs are split, one in front, one in back. He scoots in just so that leg can freely swing behind me. Then he's going to put that foot up on my hip, okay? That's the motion. But it's going to help if your knees are bent a little bit in kind of a split squat stance. Yeah, and I know you're holding a baby, but it's going to be easier for you to squat, not this way, but this way, because then you can have like a better stance and still be able to hold her.
And Gavin, you don't need to worry about a wrist or anything right now.
Don't worry about a wrist or anything, Gavin. Just work on that leg. Nice, Sinclair. Nice, Gavin. There you go. Now, only thing you got to do is keep a hold of that leg with your right hand, Gavin. Don't let her be able to step back, right? Hi, Miss Zara. Zara. Hey, Zara. Hi, Zara.
She's like, buddy, I got some toys. I'm good.
Hi, Zara. There you go. Nice, Maxwell. Pinch those knees. Excellent.
Much better with the knees.
Heck yeah,
Maxwell.
man. That was awesome, Maxwell. You're rocking that one, bud.
Remember, we're
There you go,
gonna focus
Gavin.
on
Foot
that
underneath.
Technical stand up after.
Pinch
So
those
don't be in
knees.
such a hurry to get to the mount, Maxwell.
Down goes mama. All right, guys. I'm going to post this video on YouTube. I know I did a lot of talking in the beginning, so you can fast forward through all that. But I'm going to put this video up so that way you guys will be able to review it for this week. Okay? I want you to be able to work on it right away, not have to wait. So fast forward to the first like 7 or 8 minutes of it, then you'll be able to get through to the technique. Okay? I really wanted to be able to say thank you, though, so I didn't want to not say that prior to the class starting. I really do appreciate you guys for making those cards and gifts for me and everything, especially the cookies. They were delicious. Snickerdoodles, my favorite.
We
But
got such a great team here, guys, all the way down to our little ones, our little warriors, little champions, and it's great to see you guys supporting us all the way up to the top when our leader, Professor Brian, went out there and competed this weekend.
yeah,
That
so
was
it's
great.
really good to see you guys and all the support. So I can't wait to see you guys back in here. As soon as this video is downloaded, I'll throw it onto YouTube for you guys, and you'll be able to watch and go right away. So if you can practice right now while you're in it, go for it. Other than that, we will see you guys either later on tonight or tomorrow morning, okay? All right, guys.
Bye,
Have a great
everybody.
night. Bye, Zach. Have a great one, bud.
See you, Zach.
See you guys later.
Bye, Maxwell. Bye, Sinclair.
Bye,
Bye,
Zara. Bye, Maxwell. Bye, Sinclair.
See you,
Bye,
Gabby.
Susan. Bye, Bye, Zach.